Hello! Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's Dee Dee. Hi. Hi. Zexu, Art, Ranger, Zon, how's everybody doing? Morning! Has your sleep schedule been destroyed? I just woke up. Yo. Where did your streak go? I don't know. It disappears on the regular, doesn't it? I feel like the only person whose streak hasn't vanished into the void was, like, Zon's. It's all college's fault? Of course it is. Oh, there. It's the last week? So what, you're in exam season, or? More like... Well, I guess... Here, take 5 million assignments? Yeah. See, here's the thing. Since I was in... Hey! No, we're not... Bots, please! Following since 19 seconds ago, created November 26th. Mods add an electron. You should totally DM that person on Discord. That's the second we've had today. That's crazy. But okay, right. So what I was gonna say was... When I was in university and college and stuff, because I was not like an arts major, I guess technically it fell under humanities versus science. I usually only had like 3 assignments per semester, plus a midterm, plus like final exam kind of thing. So when y'all are like, I have 5 million assignments, I'm like, I can't relate. Which was, not having a shit ton of assignments was nice in a way, but having each essay worth like 33% of your grade was stressful. Because God, if you messed up and did bad on one of those essays, there is no saving your grade. You are toast. Similarly, messing up on the midterm or final exam, also toast. On one hand, it was nice to have everything graded similarly, like weighed similarly, but it was like, oh God. And this is why I would like, one day I literally was running for the bus because, you know, had one of those professors that's like, oh yeah, doesn't matter if you show up for class. If you don't hand in the essay right at the beginning of class, it's considered late. So, I was running like my freaking life depended on it. "45 to 50-page essay. That's not an essay. That's a dissertation at this point. See, mine were what was it, 3,000 words? Double spaced? 300, 600. Because it used to be roughly 1 page in a word processor, like double spaced and like to that size 12 font, would be about 300 to 400 words. I believe that's what it was. So yeah, my papers were anywhere from 3 pages to like 6 pages. Double space, 12 font. 250 words. A single spaced page contains roughly 500 words. What? Are we sure? Are you talking about like actual like word processing and not a book? Google, am I crazy? Approximately 4.8 pages to reach 1,500 words. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, I never did grad school or anything like that, so I did 2 3-year degrees, so I dodged that whole having to do like a 20-page dissertation kind of thing. I was like watching half a documentary through the lecture. Moonbeams? Not paying attention? I never paid attention. I didn't pay attention to the classes either. Especially once they started letting you bring your laptops in, I'm like, I'm watching anime back here. The turn and bin story at the labyrinth. Oh my gosh. Bow bow. Yeah, coincidentally, I guess I can share. Cause I was looking for a photo of my old campus when everyone was kind of like, oh, like here's the view from my school. And on the Reddit, they're like, here's the most confusing or like the most like cursed places on the campus. And one of them is that building. That labyrinth building. I'm like, uh-huh. Shit's never changed. Now that I know you better, I'm actually a bit more surprised Fuamoko is your favorite. Really? How come? I'm curious. Hang on. I mean, they just have such infectious energy and makes me happy to watch them. Raora! I mean, I do absolutely adore Raora. Or Narissa. Narissa's also good. I don't get a chance to watch everyone as much as I would like to. So sometimes it's like my faves slip through the cracks, so to speak. But yeah, Fuamoko, especially when they were doing Fuamoko Morning, was just, here's the syringe of optimism and joy, and just like stab it straight into my veins. But no, Raora, definitely 120%. I adore her. Very much my speed, plus, personality-wise, we're similar. I think how you can put it is like, you know, Fuamoko, they're super fun and entertaining, and I love them. Raora and like Narissa, they're like, we'd be like friends. We'd be good friends kind of thing. Not that I absolutely would not befriend Fuamoko, but because I think our personalities are so different, at least what they present on stream, it's like a different idolization kind of thing. Versus like Raora is like, oh my god, we're besties. Like, not parasocially, but we besties. A struggle woman, for lack of a better term. I do love Crony. I do love Crony. If anyone's watched Crony streams, you know she's a gym rat. So I do indeed love Crony. And she's Canadian. I just need to start. I joke. I just need to start prowling all the cities of this country as though Canada is not freaking massive. Seen one clip of them? Crony? So here's a fun fact. Crony's mama is Crony is such a character. She is fantastic. I love her. Because, I mean, speaking of, like, you know, Fuamoko, it's like, I didn't think you gotta remember, my first Kamiyoshi was Sana, who was a chaotic gremlin, the same way Fuamoko are, but not like, you know, unhinged chaotic gremlin. I also really loved Bae for a long time. Sometimes you just like gravitate towards people who are the opposite of you, you know? Thank you for the follow. But yeah, so my fun. And there we go, once again. It's just gonna be like that tonight, huh? It's just gonna be like that tonight. 3 for 3 is vile, right? Anyway, the fun fact I wanted to share is, Crony's mama, so like the person who designed her, is Wada Arko. Now, Wada Arko is famous for designing certain type Moon Fate Stay Night characters. Not like main Fate Stay Night, but like a certain franchise. So it's the Fate Stay Extra franchise. Who Nero Claudius is the main character of. And who is Nero Claudius, you ask? That is Padoru. So Crony was designed by the same person who accidentally created the Padoru. So y'all should love Crony on principle. That is our cousin. Yeah. Literally, before I knew anything about Hololive Council, I knew just looking at the designs that Crony was designed by Wada Ako. If you look at her art, it's very, very obvious. And then also that Sana was designed by Paco, who also does a lot of Fate characters. He did Karna and Arjuna. And And a whole bunch of them. Those are just the two I can think of the top of my head. And I mean, Ina's papa also made some Fate characters. They all have tentacles as well, obviously. They're all like octopus related or like eldritch related. Which is so funny because once in a blue moon, I'll see fan art of either Ina or some of these Fate characters, and I'm like, oh, hey, new art of Ina. And then I'm like, no, wait, hold on, never mind. And I didn't know this at the time, but Ina actually has... So both Ina and Sana, under their artist names from their past life, have drawn craft essences, which are basically, you know, equipment, like equipable art for Fate as well. So there's whole bunch of connections with like Fate and Hololive. It's interesting. It's very interesting. If you ever check out Paco Sensei's Twitter, he does so much fan art of VTubers now because after designing Sana, he got super into VTubers, and it's actually cute. Because even though Sana graduated many, many years ago, Paco still pops up in different Hololive streamers' chats. It's very cute. He just pops up and everyone's like, Paco Papa! Even though, you know, he's not the papa of, like, any, like, the VTuber streaming, but everyone in the community just affectionately calls him Sana? Definitely. They okay. So here's the wild thing about Sana and how, like, you never really know. I was a fan of Sana's past life without ever connecting the dots that Sana was this person. Not until after Sana graduated and people started spreading her past life around. Yeah, like I was a fan of Sana's art for years. Like way back, she drew a whole bunch of art for Fate Grand Order. Like she drew art for like their 3rd or 4th anniversary. Like she was around for quite a while. I followed her for ages, and then just totally by coincidence at some point I was like, oh, Namie hasn't posted in a while. Whatever. I'm like, they're busy. They were an artist. Because, like, they also draw characters for Arknights and stuff. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. They're busy. That's too bad, but whatever. And then, yeah. And then Sana did some art here and there on stream. But again, I did not make the connection. Because, like, sure, the art styles are similar. But people always have similar art styles. And then Sana graduated, and yeah, they started spreading her name around, and I'm like, there's no way! Like, there's no way! It's like, I was a fan of her for like half a decade before she became a VTuber. And now she streams, like, periodically. And so, like, obviously, once, you know, you hear you hear the voice again, I'm like, oh my god, yeah. Namie is Sana. And I'm like, oh! So yeah, would Sana still be my Oshi? 1020%. She just streams periodically. Like, very, very rarely. I'm just glad she's living her best life. Sometimes I miss her, but I'm like, you're doing great. Good for you. Yeah, that was as far as I know, the only case where I was following a VTuber I liked before they became that incarnation. The newer news. Oh, God, man, I think the saddest part of all of that is Laplace Darkness was talking about how to protect against leaks and stuff. They've stopped letting staff and including the VTubers know in advance. Stop letting them know in advance that they're gonna graduate, so Laplace literally had a crash out on stream because she was streaming and then people are like, hey, Kanata's graduating. Isn't she the one you've been threatening us with? She is! That's the worst part. I love Kanata. Her music is fantastic. And she's funny. She's funny. She's got like... She was famous for having like the gorilla grip kind of thing. Like she's got insane grip strength for like some random reason. She was roommates with Kason / Kiryu Koko. So yeah, you knew what was coming because she is chronically ill and she's going deaf basically because she has, what is it, Meniere's disease? So like, yeah, she's getting vertigo and stuff because her inner ears are completely like cooked and stuff. So it's like, we all knew one day it would come, but it's like, that's so sad, especially as someone who likes doing music and who is a singer. Like, losing your hearing must be so freaking sad in those situations. So yeah, it's like, I hope she'll be okay from here on. Yeah, I think she will be. She said she's just gonna go back to her normal life. Apparently, Kiryu Koko reached out to her and she's like, let's live together overseas. So who knows? Maybe we'll hear her in the background of like Kayson's streams if that ends up happening. Got a lot of work? If you need me, yell. Ah! Yeah, take care, Ranger. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe? I'm here. What's the danger? I was just testing. It's okay. You're good. Carry on. Right now, I'm just mahjong-joning. I love that. I love that you're getting so into it. It's making me want to get back to Mahjong Soul at some point. When I have, like, the brain space to commit. I might in the new year. Just because I'm going to go visit Mama and Papa Amelis in January again. And you know how they are. I've told you guys about this. They go to bed at like 7 p.m. and like banish me to the basement. So at that point, I'm like, I need stuff to do. And it's like, you know, I don't have a gamer laptop, but it's like, I'll have my Switch 2 and my iPad. So I might just be like, y'all, hop on Mario Kart, let's go. I'm bored. Don't spill water on fish. Oh, you can't forget your fish. Yeah, no, Papa Mellis, he had knee replacement surgery a few weeks ago, so now he is like, you know, the true pitiful old man with a walker right now. So I'm like, I don't think I would have the heart to splash it with water this time. If I splashed it with water, he might just melt. Moonbees assemble to the bat cave, to the man cave, or I guess the cat cave. But yeah, that's partially the reason why I'm going to go visit in January instead of like actual Christmas. I'm like, A, it's easier and cheaper to travel when it's not, you know, the Christmas rush. And then it also gives Papa Mellis a little bit more recovery time. Alright, big stretch. We've been yapping for a good 30-some minutes, which is always great. But it's time to get detectiving. Yeah! Completely off topic and not off topic. I think that's what Jotaro would say. Oh, yada yada. Yada yada. Yada yada does it. And the JoJo sound is like go 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 go. Like the ominous like sound effect is go go go. Which just sound it doesn't get captured right if you write it in English with the English alphabet. Where am I? There I am. Put myself in the corner here. The way he calls Joseph old man. Oh! Oyaji? Usually it's Oyaji. But yeah, he's OG. He's a GG. Oh yeah, GG! It's all the same kanji. It's all just reading it different ways. But yes, no. J-I-J-I is GG. That is correct. Big stretch. Off topic yet not. It's always nice when I am, whoop. There we go. Now I've moved over. Dakutenchi is G. Correct. You got it. But yeah, it's always nice when I, like, before stream, I'm like, oh, I'm tired. Do I wanna stream, and then I stream and you guys just revitalize me full of energy from yapping. That might be a classic deep voice GD. Yada yada does it. I can drop my voice, but it's hard for me to maintain it, so I can't like use it when I'm reading the visual novels. Like I literally start running out of breath because of how because of like the way I have to constrict my like throat and vocal cords to do it. It's like I'm half holding my breath to do like a deep voice. So I can do it for short bursts. but if I tried to like read a whole line of dialogue, I'd run out of breath. maybe in the future, the more you stream, the more you yap, the more you do like vocal training, the better your lung capacity gets. So maybe one day. For now, speaking of this guy also looks like he'd be in JoJo. He's testing his weird tea concoctions on the train passengers. So yeah, totally would be someone frickin' Jotaro would have had to deal with on his like trip across like Asia and Europe on his way to. It was Egypt where like they had to fight Dio, if I remember right. It's been a while since I've watched Stardust Crusaders. So yeah, our girl, Emma, she met this lady, she had tea with her, and she's like, oh, let's meet up again for lunch kind of thing. And then they couldn't find her. They were like, well, that's really weird. And now, like, you know, all this, like, the bartender, like, everyone that Emma has talked to is like, what are you talking about? There was no other woman. Like, you had tea by yourself, you weirdo. Like, you seeing things? So now she's all torn up and confused, which is why I called this stream the Gaslight Express. The anime stand user could be anyone. Anyone! Including a dog? And also a freaking baby? That baby was terrified. God. Welcome to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Yes, we killed an infant. Get with the program. The yeah, that one just was wild. I read the manga before the anime came out. And it was a fan translation because the official the official release wasn't out yet. So like as I'm like reading it, all of this, I'm like, did they just do a bad translation? Are they just messing with us? Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, that entire chapter. And it's like, yep, no, the baby's evil. Was born evil, man. And then it was just frickin'. Because, see, in Stardust Crusaders, they named all the stands after the tarot cards. And then they decided they were going to continue, and they're like, well, we can't use the tarot cards. We're just going to use American/European musical acts. Which is how we got stands like Spice Girl and Green Day. The Green Day one made me laugh so hard because I'm like, oh my god. Spice Girl as well. It was like, oh, we finally got to the point in the series where he's using musical acts I grew up with. I think Aerosmith was also one, but yeah, when they were subtitling the official translation, they had to get creative because they're like, we can't, you know. Oh my god, part 2. AC/DC! That's true! I forgot that it was technically, like, already getting started back then. But yeah, no, the frickin' Pillarmen. It's nice to know someone else who's JoJo'd. Like, man, that's one series where it's like, even if I described all the plot to you, you would never, like, you would never understand. It is crazy. Because I too was like that before I started reading slash watching JoJo. Like, someone describes the plot to me, and I'm like, that sounds terrible. And then somehow you watch it, and you're like, okay, you know, if you take this too seriously, yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. If you just treat it as this sort of campy, like, hyper masculine, whatever, then it's okay. It reminds me of Fist of the North Star, which, I mean, it was vaguely that era. Fist of the North Star, I believe, is a little bit older. But yeah, same energy. Oh my wa mo shinderu, or something like that. I can't remember the exact quote, but it's like, you're already dead. And then the person's like, explodes. You never watched that one. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know if you'd want to go through like the whole series, because especially some parts later on, I'm like, man, I don't know about that. But like, it's iconic. It's one of those series where it's like, it's good to at least experience a little, because it inspired so much stuff after it. Like Saint Seiya, JoJo, Fist of the North Star, like, those were series that, like, Akira Toriyama, like, and his generation would have experienced, kind of thing. And then, like, you know, Dragon Ball and all that inspired, like, Naruto's artists and all that stuff. It just trickles down. It's wonderful. But yes, here we go. Our boy Kevin. Ironically, I called him Kevin because of Finon as a joke. And then we started talking about Home Alone in the Discord after it. I'm like, oh my god. The protagonist of Home Alone is Kevin. Kevin! It's perfect for this season. Oops, hold on. I dropped my cough drop. One sec. Alrighty. Well, I've checked every other nearby cabin. This has to be the one. Kevin! It's so funny, because, in Genshin, he didn't end up looking like Welt, but just from the angle that was seen in the trailer with the brown hair and the gray coat, we were like, is that Welt? Did they put Welt in Genshin? No. But it was hilarious. The name Kevin means so much to me. I understand. Welton Genshin? He isn't. We thought he was. No, sorry. We thought, because there was a trailer that came out, and just the angle made this character look similar to Welt, and we were all like, because all we had was a still frame. We couldn't see his face, right? But it was like, that haircut and a gray like a gray coat, and we're like, hold on. Especially since, like, you know, we have Raiden A instead of Raiden Mei in Genshin, and, you know, Yai Miko instead of Yai Sakura, so we're constantly like, where are the other characters? Who else is gonna appear? We've been arguing that the unknown god is Kiana for like ages, so, you know. Welt is doing stuff in 3 Star Rail games? I mean, are you surprised? That guy is crazy. Works himself to the bone, and my favorite world fact is like, oh yeah, he's got the powers of black holes and stuff, but really he just wants to draw anime all day. He's an artist. He's an animator. It's really cute in Star Rail when they went to Pinaconi because they have cartoons there. So he was happy as a clam. S21? Come on, there has to be something. Wait, I recognize that voice? Sir? I hear diddly squat. I don't know what you're hearing, sir. Haven't played? I mean, but I have read most of the wiki, but yes. Out of respect for people who haven't played Honkai in Third Impact, probably should be shush on spoilers. At some point, I'd like to get back to it. It's just getting through the early part of that game is rough because, you know, it's a 10-plus-year-old game. It was clunky, like all that stuff. Story's super interesting, but yeah, it's just some of the stuff is really rough to get through. And then, yeah, my PC started running out of space, so I'm like, oh, this kind of makes me sad. But, you know, I haven't touched it in a bit, so I guess we'll boop. But yeah, once I get more storage space, it's all over. But yeah, I remember, coincidentally, I was playing one of the side quests in Honkai Third Impact, though, like, was it the Sarasa? I believe they're called. And around that time, everyone was like, oh, the Honkai Third Impact so much better than Genshin. Like, you know, the art is better. Like, the graphics are better. And then, like, you know, I clipped through the stairs and, like, fell to the bottom of the world. And I'm like, yeah, the graphics are so much better. It was just a pure coincidence. And I'm like, damn. Emma? Speaking of Kevin. Kevin! Oh, hi! What brings you here? I was just investigating. What are you doing here, ma'am? Missy. Oh, cool. Me too. Not suspicious, okay. Are you going through these people's things? Oh my god, they're not even in the room. Oh no. I thought, like, you know, I thought maybe she had already gone there and, like, she got invited into the room to talk. Not that, like, she frickin' broke into these people's room. What? What? No! It's not what it looks like, Kevin! You see, this is the cabin that couple I mentioned was in, right? I was going to talk to them again, but they weren't here and, you know, the door was open, so I just let myself in. Okay, fine, it's exactly what it looks like, but Kevin, I swear these two are hiding something. This is still I don't know if you could call it illegal. Because, you know, this is a train. It's not their property, but, you know, they could sue you for going through their things, especially if they think something's missing. Like, it's just it's not a good thing to do, girl. When me and that woman were on our way to the lounge car, the couple in this cabin gave us a really strange look. Strange, you say? Like, strange house. Like, funny ha-ha or funny strange? Like, they were surprised. I'm certain they recognized her. And what, you think they're hiding her in the seats? Apparently on these sleeper trains, like, you know, the beds fold out from the seats. So in theory, you could hide someone in there. But yeah. Oh, Kevin, I know I shouldn't be doing this. I'm just looking for any evidence that she exists at all. First of all, you're a college student. You're not even law enforcement. Second of all, you're an American in Europe. This could go very, very badly for you. It wasn't just a dream. I'm sure of it. Oh, Emma. Okay, I'll help you look. But let's make this quick before we get caught. Oh, it's too late, buddy. They're gonna notice one thing is out of place and the ghost is up. Are you sure? I feel bad for dragging you into this. Well, you shouldn't have broken into their room if you were gonna feel guilty. Let's just hurry up before they come back, okay? Okay. Well, first of all, there's a bowler hat. There's like a top hat, which is unusual in the modern era. Is that a top hat? You know, there were a lot of men wearing hats like that San Vendrica weren't there. It was like we time traveled back to the 1940s. What? Okay. Okay. Frickin' top hats are in again? If you say so. I think it's cute. Men should go back to wearing hats in America, don't you think? Oh my god. A fourth spammer. I'm gonna need to... Yeah, you know, Twitch's new, measures they put in place to try and get rid of bots, totally working. Absolutely. I'm glad you don't count lurkers anymore, but these assholes are still bugging us. Sure, but doesn't that hat look a little, I don't know, stupid? You should try it on. I bet you look great. Yeah, just what we want to do. Try on a stranger's hat. They might have lice. I think we should hurry up and find some real evidence instead. Okay, you're right. But you're also no fun. Excuse me! For not wanting to go to jail in a foreign country. What I was gonna say before I got distracted by the frickin' spam bot was, men do wear hats in America. Just not top hats. Like baseball caps? Yes. Beanies? Yes. 10-gallon hats? Yes. Fedoras? In and out. Just nobody wears top hats because nobody wants to be a tool. Looks like a bottle of aspirin. Ah, aspirin. My best friend. Them and ibuprofen. What, that's it? Or just... It looks like a bottle of aspirin. Well, are you gonna open it up and make sure that it's aspirin? You know, you can just put whatever in a bottle of whatever, right? We're a 70s town? Oh my goodness. I mean, it's true. Like, Japan has so many subculture fashions. Meanwhile, here in, like, US and Canada, we have, like, boho, basically. Where it's basically, like, you know, hippie. Look at the size of that bed. I can't even believe this fits on the train. The secret is they bring it on board in pieces and assemble. But yeah, you're not getting it out of this room without taking it apart. It's just a potted plant. That's not a potted plant. That's flowers in a vase, you dumbass. I think our boy might be a little discombobulated. It's a potted plant. Where's the pot? There's no soil. Even if it's hydroponics, it's no. It's jewelry box. Oh my, I wonder what kind of jewelry is in here. It could be worth a fortune, yeah. That's how you get accused of stealing stuff. Girl, do not even think about it. Kind of careless just to leave it out in the open. I mean, most people wouldn't suspect two teenagers to snoop around in their room. Yeah, they're lucky it's just us in here and not actual thieves. How are you gonna prove that, though? We shouldn't be here either, Emma. Wait, what? Kevin, what are you doing? Don't just open it. I did it. The train hit a bump or something and it opened on its own. Oh, is that right? I'm serious. But, you know, now that it's open, I guess we could take a quick look. Playing cards. This isn't jewelry. A bunch of random playing cards. Do you think they came from the deck on the table? That is very likely. Maybe? But what are they doing in the jewelry case? I don't know, but it's awfully strange. I wonder if there's something significant about these cards in particular. Kevin, make a note of which cards are in the case. Maybe it'll come in handy later. I can't imagine this will be useful, but alright, sure, whatever makes you happy, Emma. Alright, done. Now let's close this back up, just to be safe. Note added. 8 of spades, 5 of diamonds, jack of clubs, 3 of hearts, king of spades, 2 of clubs, queen of diamonds, ace of hearts. So, 8, 5, 10, 3, 12, 2, 11, 1. If I'm remembering how playing cards get attributed to numbers. You want the bottle of aspirin? Do you have a headache, Kevin? No, I'm fine. This probably isn't a clue. Oh, come on. Should I take that? It would not look good on me. Kevin, why are you taking a flower out of that pot? It's not a pot, it's a vase. I don't know. It's for you? That's very sweet of you, Kevin. Now please put it back. Oh, okay. Looks pretty cozy. Is it just me, or is there something shiny in between the cushions? It just suddenly started big old sparkle sparkle. Oh, it's a ring. This looks like a wedding ring, maybe? This must belong to one of them. You think so? I don't know. I have a hard time believing a married person would drop their ring so carelessly. Girl! People who drop their wedding rings down the sink all the time. What are you talking about? Hi, Jambola. How are you? Maybe we should take a closer look at it. Take ring. Inspect ring. It looks like there's an engraving on the inside. It's in a language I don't recognize, though. Let me see. I think this is in Vendeka's native language. But Vendeka is an English-speaking country, isn't it? Yes, but historically, before the country's occupation, it had its own language. Yes. The mystical Germany. Or mystical German. It's sort of obsolete now. I wonder what it says. Kind of an odd place for a mirror. It's a painting of a young couple in a garden. Such a passionate depiction of young love. Brushstrokes make it look impressionistic. That was probably painted in the late 1800s or early 1900s. Since when were you such an art enthusiast? Huh? Oh, I'm not really. I just took an art history course my freshman year as a breadth requirement. It was fun though. And now I can trick people into thinking I'm super cultured. Did another one get sniped? Yup, we're up to 4 now. The bots are hopping tonight. Well, you could have fooled me. Oh, I know what we should do. Let's show the ring to Professor Martin. I'm sure he could translate it for us. But what if the couple finds out we took it? Oh, come on, Kevin. It was wedged between 2 couch cushions. They probably didn't even know it was there. If it turns out it's theirs, we'll just return it later and say we found it somewhere else on the train. It'll be fine. I have to know what that ring says. So we're gonna steal the jewelry! So many bots. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm so glad Twitch changed things so, you know, lurkers don't really count to your view count anymore. But the bots are still running rampant. I'm so glad, Twitch. I'm so glad. All right, I'll hold on to it. Now let's get out of here, quick. Ah! Fuck! Uh-oh. Hello, sir. We were just leaving. We got lost and, what's with this guy? Isn't he going to say anything? Monty, dear, can you get me an aspirin? My head is pounding. Oh, no. What's this? We have guests? Hello again. Oh, it's you. Didn't I already tell you I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about? What are you doing in our cabin? That's, what do we pick? It's like this, What's that, dear? You're saying you invited these two into our cabin? Huh? Oh, Monty, what am I going to do with you? Surely you could at least be a bit more discerning when selecting guests? What's that supposed to mean? That we're low cultured or something. But how's the day going? Day's going pretty good, pretty decent. It certainly feels like winter out here was freaking cold. I mean, it's nice that it finally feels like winter, but yeah, I'm glad I remembered to bring gloves today. Anyway, did he just cover for us? Phew, I don't know why he would, but thanks, Monty! We're sorry to bother you, but would we mind if we asked you a couple questions? We're trying to solve a mystery. Oh, I really am in no mood for an interrogation. Monty, dear, where is that aspirin? Where is the aspirin? Can't take this headache any longer. Okay. They must be absolutely loaded with 6 degrees Celsius. Ooh, yeah, that is a little chilly. She's been awfully dramatic about this headache. Well, drama queens do be like that. Wonder what this guy's deal is. You don't remember where you put the bottle? Oh, Monty, what am I supposed to do? Oh, my head. What am I to do? Kevin, did we see an aspirin bottle? Yes! I'm trying to pick it up! There we go. Let's give this to her before she collapses. Like the drama queen she is. Show. Aspirin. We found the aspirin bottle. You did? Quickly! Give it to me! Okay, Juggy. Oh, you're a lifesaver. What would I have done without you? I don't know. Look a little to your left, maybe? I'm feeling better already. That's just placebo effect. I suppose looks aren't everything. You were actually somewhat helpful. Thanks. I guess we're ugly to her. You said you want to ask us some questions, yes? I suppose we can spare some of our time, but please make it quick. Sure thing, ma'am. My name is Veda, and this is my husband, Monty. What do you want? You're not gonna ask us our names? So we can show the ring, but his outfit sure is interesting. But why isn't he saying anything? She managed to understand him without him saying a word. Or at least that's what it looked like anyway. Veda? This woman seems like a real piece of work. Wow, Kevin. Such a lovely painting, a passionate romance. Yeah, I agree. It's very impressionistic, isn't it? What an unsophisticated observation. Those who know nothing should say nothing. But it is, isn't it? Emma? It is, but it doesn't sound very convincing when you say it. Can't take much more of this. Display lack of artistic sophistication is an achievement. Oh my god, I hate this. I already told this young lady. Monty and I haven't any idea what she's talking about. I don't know about Monty. Monty seems to have something to say, but he's not gonna say it in front of his wife. Monty, was it? Veda? So, what do you do, Miss Veda? What do I do? What an insipid question. A woman of my stature has no need to work for a living. It would be embarrassing. Not that the two of you would understand. You both look distinctly middle class. We might have to kill her, Emma. This is exhausting. Uh-huh. Train. My husband and I are going on holiday to London. Monty doesn't like flying, so we're taking the train. Okay. Let's, Veda, did you by any chance get a glass of wine in the lounge car earlier? What's it to you if I had a glass of wine? Can't I have a drink without being under surveillance? Of course you can, my bad. I'm sorry, I was just, curious. If you must know, yes, I ordered a glass of white wine, the finest Chardonnay they had on offer. That dreadful bug-eyed bartender tried to offer me some other swill, but I simply won't drink anything else. Hey, did, either of you lose a wedding ring? We found this in one of the train cars. Lose a wedding ring? Don't be ridiculous, dear. Monty and I would never be so careless. Whoa, that face. Nor would I ever be caught with a ring that cheap. Whoever bought that must have gotten it from a homeless person outside the jewelry store. Whoa! If Monty proposed to me with that disgusting piece of junk, I'd have dumped him on the spot. Of course, Monty would never have done such a thing. He knows what I'm worth. Isn't that right, darling? Yeah, Monty's like, Do you remember seeing Emma earlier? Oh, is that her name? Other than the time she so rudely interrupted our lunch to interrogate us with nonsensical questions. No, I can't say I do. But... Oh, do you disagree? Are you calling me a liar, young lady? No, ma'am. I'm sorry. It's all right, dear. It isn't your fault you were taught any manners as a child. I forgive you. Wow! Over, Emma. Is everything okay? You haven't spoken since you got here. You're wasting your time, dear. Monty doesn't speak. He doesn't speak? Correct? Monty prefers to leave all the talking to me. Isn't that right? More like you browbeat him into silence. Considering she's not saying he's like mute or anything or deaf, like yeah. We're well known in high society. I wouldn't expect a couple of obvious tourists like you to understand what gave us away, their American accents. As always, eventually you trip onto something. Had glad of wine earlier, train. We're going on holiday to London. I have no idea what she's talking about. Are you sure? If he doesn't speak, then how do I know what he's thinking, dear? When you've been in a relationship as long as us two, you don't need words to understand each other. Oh, is that how it works? They do say you should never assume what people are thinking. Because that's how you start breeding resentment. Monty and I are a team. Perhaps someday you'll learn what it means to be truly in love. I wonder how much of her idea of true love involves expensive jewelry. Well, we can't judge other people based on our own tastes, as they say. Still want to know a little more about Monty. Okay, more about Monty. What do you do for a living? It's none of your business how my husband makes his money. Ignore him, Monty. Damn, I was just trying to make conversation. Cheers. Alright, that's enough. It's getting late. Monty and I need to get ready for bed. Is it really that late? Did we answer your questions to your satisfaction? Will you leave us alone now? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Veda. You're quite welcome. It's not often I'm this generous with my time, you know. You should feel lucky. So lucky. Oh, we're gonna go buy a lottery ticket. We are so lucky. Oh, we do, Miss Veda. Very lucky indeed. Don't be snarky now. It's quite unbecoming of a young lady like yourself. Now, both of you, out! Bye, bitch. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get a headache now. Are you alright, Emma? I'm sorry we didn't get much information. It's okay, Kevin. We didn't leave completely empty-handed, right? Yeah, the rain. Let's go talk to Professor Martin before it gets too late. If nothing else, he can at least help us translate the engraving. Oh, and Kevin, let's not mention anything about the missing woman. I don't want to burden him with it too. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like he seemed a bit tired lately. We should try not to disturb him for too long. Sure, no problem. Oh, is our professor gonna die before we get back to America? He's probably reading in his cabin or something. Alright, go to... And now it's nighttime. Yes, who is it? It's us, Professor! Oh, Emma, Kevin, come in. Haven't seen you both all day. How are you doing? We're good. How about you? Have you been enjoying the ride? Yes, I've settled in quite comfortably. This has given me a chance to catch up on some reading and the time to grade some papers for my other classes. Why don't you both have a seat? We haven't had much time to talk these past few days. I'd love to hear your thoughts on our trip. Sure, come on, Kevin. Yeah, sure. I guess the ring can wait. So, what did the two of you think of our trip? Did you have a nice time? Oh, it was wonderful. Vrendreka is so beautiful. The natural landscape is unlike anything I've ever seen. Ah, I'm glad you think so. I've always felt my country's natural beauty was among its greatest strengths. And you, Kevin? What did you think of your time in Vrendreka? Oh, I agree. It was beautiful. And those hot dogs were unreal. The sausages? Ah, yes. Well, I hope you know I'm expecting great term papers from both of you. This trip was more than just a vacation after all. Ugh. Bad answer. Rip. You can count on us, Professor. I've already begun drafting my paper, and I'm sure Kevin has as well. Yeah. Professor, could I ask you something about Vrendreka? It's for my paper. Yes, of course. What would you like to know? Before our trip, you emphasized to Kevin and I the importance of the Vrendreka Revolution. But when we visited the Vrendreka History Museum, there was barely any material about it on display at all. It's true that some 40 years ago, the country we now call Vrendreka was split in two, with the west side gaining its independence as Vrendreka, and the east side, now called Ganbrika, remaining under military occupation. Correct? Yes, that is correct. This period of Vrendrekan history seems so critical. Shouldn't it have been more of a focus of the exhibit? A very astute question, Emma. Truth be told, I hope that one of you might have noticed this peculiarity. It's called government censorship. For all of Vrendreka's virtues, the reality is that my country has something of a troubled past, of which the revolution was a part. I should know. After all, I was there. Did you participate in the revolution, Professor? Oh, he fled the country as a refugee? Is that it, basically? Well, I was about your age at the time it took place, so it was hard not to get swept up into all of the activity. I had nothing better to do. The revolution's goals were admirable. We wished to be free from the occupation that had plagued us for centuries. Yo. I don't think that's an occupation at that point. He killed 50 men. And regrettably, the only way that point could be heard was through violent insurrection. Our occupiers' military force was strong, but so too was the will of my people. Who were the occupiers? You haven't named them. It's kind of weird. Eventually, to stop the violence, both parties agreed to compromises. Though it's this compromise that I feel was my country's biggest mistake. In the years since the country was split in two, Vrendreka has prospered. Quality of life is better than it has ever been. The citizens live well and are happy. But the same can't not be said of Ganbrika. In the intervening years, Ganbrika has become a desolate place. Not only does it remain under occupation, but violence and poverty are the norm for its people. The compromise was never supposed to be the end. Ganbrika's independence was always intended to come close behind, but the truth is, in pursuit of peace and independence, Vrendreka abandoned Ganbrika. And to this day, the prevailing viewpoint on the subject is to look the other way. Wow! Such great people. That's unbelievable. Of course, not all Vrendrekans choose to live in ignorance. In recent years, many of the country's leaders have worked to make Vrendreka a welcoming place for Ganbrikan refugees. Among them is Senator Gordon, my old friend. Oh, you know politicians. You're well connected then. Oh yeah, it was Senator Gordon who invited you back to Vrendreka to visit, right? This trip wouldn't have happened without him. How convenient. That is correct, I haven't seen him in 40 years. This whole trip has been quite nostalgic for me, I must admit. You know, I've been wondering, why did you move to America, Professor? Well, as much as I do love my home country, my passion has always been for English literature as well as teaching, I see. After finishing my undergraduate degree, I promptly moved to London to continue my studies. I eventually accepted a teaching position at the University of London and was later offered further opportunities in America. Next thing I knew, I'd been away from home for nearly 40 years. My, how time flies. Anyway, since I've been gone, I've of course kept up with the political situation in my home country. I thought it would be illuminating for both of you to see it firsthand. Prosperity often comes with a price, and for Vendreka, that price was Grambrika. You always forget the mobile format? It's okay, I can set that up myself. So you don't need to worry about that. Like, there's an option when I go to download it that I can turn it into a mobile format. Also, I can change it in, like, video editing software, so it's not that big a deal. It's helpful to just have a clip done at all. I can always, like, fix it and change it and, like, all that stuff. Oh, the cropping? Fair enough, fair enough. I'm thankful that leaders like Senator Gordon have worked tirelessly to welcome Gambrican refugees into Vendreka with open arms. It'd still be wasting your time. No, I don't. I like video editing. I don't see it as a waste, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. DD loves wasting time. Oh my god. Karate chop! I dream of a day that reunification of our countries can be realized. Wow, the political situation in Vendreka is more complicated than I thought. I thought we were just playing a mystery game. Why are we getting into politics? Of course, Emma picked up on it right away. She's so much more perceptive than I am. It's no wonder Martin likes her so much. Meanwhile, all I can think to say is how much I like those stupid hot dogs. Ugh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask, is this a photo album on the table, Professor? Oh yes, I was just looking through it earlier, reminiscing. Most of the photos are from when I was a student. I suppose I was right around your age. Do you mind if we take a look? Not at all, though. These photos are so old, I wonder if you'll even recognize me. Damn, they all have old man faces. Even if they're supposed to be young. Well, what do you think? Can you tell which one's me? Boink. It's gotta be him, right? Is this you, Professor? In the middle? Very perceptive, Emma. Yes, that is me. You don't look that much different. Your hair is just a little messier. Damn, she beat me to it. Who are the other two people in the photo? On the left is Senator Gordon, though back then he was just a political science student. A politician who actually did political science as an undergrad? That's crazy. And next to me on the right is our old friend Mayor, another literature student. Oh, did you visit Mayor on this trip as well? He did. In a sense, yes, I knew it! He died during the revolution, I bet. Mayor was killed about a year after this photo was taken, during an uprising. Uh-huh, I figured. Oh my, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's alright, it's in the past now. The past is never just the past. They literally have done science, like in research, that shows when you have PTSD and trauma, your body acts like that moment is happening in the present, not in the past. So I was able to visit his grave to pay my respects. He was a great friend, and I'm glad I knew him when I did. As I said, as much as the revolution was necessary for our country's freedom, it was not without sacrifices. It is, of course, important to fight for our ideals, but in practice, revolution is a violent business, and I pray that none of my students will ever have to experience anything like it. Damn. Martin's really been through a lot, hasn't he? Damn. Guy tells you his friends died, and you're like, damn. Well, it is getting rather late. I'm going to get ready for bed. Thank you for talking with me, you two. I hope the conversation was enlightening. Thanks, Professor. Have a good night. Wait, Emma. We had something we wanted to show Professor Martin, right? Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. What's this? You have something to show me? Damn, bro, that's crazy. I can't believe people you know died during a war. Hey, Professor. We found this serrain on the train. There's an engraving on it, but we think it's Franzican, so we're not sure what it says. Would you be able to translate it for us? Rain? Sure. Let me take a look. Well, you're right. This is definitely Franzican, though the style of the engraving suggests an Eastern influence. Ah, just as I suspected. If I had to guess, I'd say this ring comes from Ganbrika. The engraving says, "To my beloved, A.K." Arnold Kitchener? To my beloved AK. Didn't Emma say the woman she met had a name that begins with A? Oh. You said you found this on the train. It appears to be our wedding ring. Quite a devastating thing to lose. Yeah, we've been trying to find who it belongs to. Well, whoever is this ring's owner, they can't have gone far. You'll have plenty of time to search for them tomorrow. Can I have the ring back? Oh, yes, of course. Interesting. Thank you for the translation, Professor. Of course, it's been quite some time since I've read phonetic writing. It reminds me of my childhood. Alright, we won't take up any more of your time, Professor. Thanks again. Think nothing of it. Good night, you two. Good night, Professor. Hey, Kevin, how about we go back to your cabin for a bit? I want to talk about what we found out today. How about we go to your cabin? Why's it gotta be mine? Man, I'm exhausted. So much has happened today, I can hardly keep track of all of it in my head. Oh, tell me about it. Maybe we should go over everything we found today. Sure, why not? Yeah, good idea. Oh, I know. How about I quiz you? No, not the quiz! This just is like Famicom Detective Club. Quiz me? What do you mean? Yeah, why not? I want to see if you've really been paying attention. Help. Emma, it's been like a week. Have mercy. Oh, yeah, I mean, do I have to? Oh, come on, Kevin, it'll be fun. Sure. Oh, God. Think. Well, this sure is it wasn't how I expected to be spending this train ride, but I have to admit, investigating a mystery with Emma has been a lot of fun. Am I ready? Yes, burn it on. Let's just get this over with. Alright. Let's start at the beginning. I met a woman in the observation car this morning. We shared a drink in the lounge, then agreed to meet for lunch. When I tried to find her a few hours later, she was missing, and everyone I spoke to acted like she never existed in the first place. So I came to you for help. We decided we'd try to find her and went to the lounge car to look for clues. The first thing we did was run into Detective Daltrey. Right. That was a surprise. He's continuing his investigation from last night. The murder at the hotel. Do you remember what he said the name of the victim was? Oh, God. Ota Keller. Yep, that's right. Was a Ganbreakian immigrant named Ota Keller. Apparently there was some connection between him and this train. But that isn't even the craziest part. It turns out Ota Keller was working as a housekeeper for another man that was found dead early this morning. Some shady lawyer named Edison Maxwell. He was alone at his dinner table with a knife in his back. How gruesome. I wonder what all of this has to do with the train. It kind of scares me, honestly. And yet you go around asking strangers questions. What is self-preservation? What about you? What do you think about the detective's case? I want to know what he was doing at our hotel. Now that you mention it, it is pretty freaky how this case seems to be following us. First our hotel, now our train? I sure hope it doesn't follow us onto our plane home, too. Don't joke about that. At any rate, Daltrey didn't seem to know anything about the missing woman. So we talked to the bartender next. Ugh. That creep was insisting that his experimental tea made me hallucinate the woman's existence. I thought I was going crazy. Happy gaslighting! Yippee! To be honest, Emma, you did go a little crazy. What with sneaking into someone's room and all. He's got you there. That's not funny, Kevin. I'm not proud of that, you know. And besides, you're skipping ahead. Well, if you're not proud of it, then don't do it. The bartender told us he only sold 3 drinks this morning, which was confirmed by the cash register's records. Do you remember what drinks he said were ordered? Why that of all things? One tea, one wine, one beer. Exactly. You said I got a cup of tea, but only one. And that I was by myself. You said a different woman got a glass of wine, which we later learned was Veda, and that Detective Daltrey got a beer, drinking on the job. What an outstanding officer of the law. That's all 3 drinks accounted for, and none left for the missing woman to have had. It makes no sense. Anyway, speaking of Veda... was certain that she and Monty saw me and the woman on our way to the lounge car earlier. After leaving the lounge car, I went back to their cabin to talk to them, but they weren't there. And you decided to let yourself in. Correct. Then you joined me, and we searched their cabin for clues, which led us to a lost wedding ring. Can you recall exactly where we found the ring? In the couch! Exactly. It was wedged between the cushions in their cabin's couch. I wonder how it got there. Well, if it belongs to our mystery woman, that means she was in their cabin. Doesn't mean they're involved with her disappearance necessarily, but it's not a good look. Had an engraving in seconds, so we thought we'd ask Martin to translate it for us. But before we could leave, we got accosted. Veda and Monty came back. And he saved our butts. Yeah. I have so many thoughts about our conversation with them. I don't even know where to start. Well, what did you think? Did anything in our conversation with them strike you as interesting or noteworthy? I wonder why Monty told Veda he invited us into the cabin. Yeah, it's almost like he was covering for us. We'd be in big trouble if he didn't. I really want to know more about him. He seems so mysterious. Veda wouldn't even let us know what he does for a living. At any rate, Veda denied ever seeing that woman as expected. She kicked us out after that. And then we finally talked to Professor Martin. He told us about Vendica's complicated political history. How the East and West were split during the Revolution, and how Vendica has prospered, while their neighbors in Gambrica suffer. He also showed us an old picture of him and his friends from college. So hard to believe he was our age once. Do you not know how time works? One day you will also be, 60 years old. He was pictured with two of his friends. Do you remember the name of the one on the right? The literature student? Mayor. Yeah, it was Mayor. He was apparently killed during the Revolution. It must have been hard for Martin to lose his friend like that. Anyway, before we left, we had Martin translate the engraving on the ring for us. So, for my last question, what does it say? That's the easy one. What were the initials on the ring? To my beloved what? Okay. Yep, that was it. To my beloved AK. So, where does this leave us? Well, I know that the woman's name began with an A, so I suppose it's possible that she's the AK written on this ring. Can you remember if she was wearing a wedding ring when you met her? No, I don't remember. But if we operate under the assumption that this is her ring, that means at some point she lost it in Veda and Monty's cabin. I definitely got the sense that she was hiding something. And I wouldn't put it past someone like her to lie. Damn. We still don't have all that much information to go on, though. At this point, the ring is the only clue. But at least it's something, right? You know, for a minute there, I really thought I was going crazy. Ah, the Gaslight Express claims another. I thought maybe that creepy bartender was right and it was just a vivid dream. Hey, but then you could sue him. If I'm being honest, I'm still not entirely sure what to believe. But, well, that ring gives me some hope at least. It may turn out this was all a waste of time, but as long as there's a small chance she's real, I don't want to stop searching until I'm sure she's okay. Thank you for helping me today, Kevin. I'm so sorry I dragged you into this. I understand if you don't want to pursue this any further. In for a penny, in for a pound. We're already in this together, might as well see it through. You really should be using this time to plan your term paper. I know I shouldn't distract you anymore, so I think I'll... First thing tomorrow morning. We should try to find out. We should try to find the other 3 witnesses. You said there was an old man and 2 men in polos that should have seen you and the woman together, right? Yes, that's right. Well, off we go then. The bartender confirmed to me that they were there, so I think we're bound to run into them at some point. We should keep an eye on Veda and Monty too, like you said. If that is her reign, then those 2 must know more than they're letting on. For now, I think we should get some sleep. have a feeling tomorrow is going to be a long day, so I'll want to be nice and well rested. Does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds great. What's so funny? You know, Kevin, you've really changed a lot since we first met. Have I? I know it's only been a few years, but you've really grown up in that time, you know? To think you were just barely out of high school when I started tutoring you at the writing center. Oh no, anything but this. Come on, will you stop? You're barely a year older than me. I know. You just always seemed like such a baby to me back then. Please, make it stop. I'm sorry, that probably sounds so patronizing. My point is just it's been a long time since then and, well, I don't know. You've just come a long way, you know? I guess it doesn't really feel like it, though. I don't think Martin thinks that highly of me, if I'm being honest. What makes you say that? I don't know, I just don't think I've impressed him at all. I wouldn't worry about it, Kevin. He just hasn't known you long enough. He hasn't had time to see in you what I do. I know he can be pretty unforgiving, but I truly believe he's the best teacher I've ever had. I want you to learn as much from him as I have. I just know that your turn paper is going to blow him away. Really, I believe in you. Thanks, Emma. I'll see you in the morning. Bright and early. We don't have a moment to lose. She's waiting for us to find her, after all. Good night. Night. He hasn't had time to see in you what I do. What do you see in me, Emma? She acts like she's my mom, so proud of her little student. It's humiliating. Ugh. What am I even doing here? How did I let Emma talk me into this? I'm completely out of my depth. Marta can see right through me. He can tell I'm nothing like her. Everything comes so easily to her. Never a problem she can't solve. She faces everything with that same confident, cheery attitude. It's so annoying. No, you're in love with her, you idiot. To my beloved AK, huh? Emma, I won't let you down. Clear Chapter 2. What time is it? 10 o'clock, huh? I would have thought Emma would have woken me up by now. Kevin! Kevin, are you awake? Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah, come in. Kevin! Kevin, we have a problem! Whoa, slow down. What's going on? It's the rain. It's missing, Kevin. It's missing? Yes. I put it on my bedside table right before I went to sleep, but when I woke up, why would you do that? You broke into someone else's room. Did you really think people wouldn't break into yours? Oh my God. It was gone. Are you Sure you did drop it? Could it have fallen on the floor? I thought so too, but put it in your pillow or something, right? Like, at the very, very least, like, I mean, they could have taken it from a drawer if she put it in there, but, like, don't just put it on the bedside table. Especially when you're on a moving train. Like, yeah, we know someone stole it, but it really could have just fallen somewhere and God, like, you'll never find it. Oh, Kevin, what are we going to do? That was our only evidence. We have nothing to go on now. Should have taken some pictures. Hold on, Emma. Even if we don't have the rain, we still know what was written on it, and we still have some leads to chase. Let's not panic. We can still continue investigating without the rain. Maybe you're right. Oh, it's just so frustrating. How could I have lost it? This is really weird. Emma wouldn't be so careless as to lose something. I like how neither of them are like, someone stole it! They're like, damn, how could I lose it? What an idiot I am. Like, where did I put it? Is it possible somebody took it? There we go. Kevin has a criminal mind, at least. Who even knew she had it, other than Martin and Veda and Monty? Let's not worry about it right now. We only have 2 days left to investigate, so we need to cover as much ground as we can. You're right. I'm sorry. We need to focus. Where do you think we should start today, Kevin? Good question. Well, we still have 3 potential witnesses. The 2 guys in polos and the old man. Oh, thank God, you know, this is anime and people don't change their clothes. If they had gotten out of their polos, like, we never find them. You said they were with you at the lounge car around this time yesterday, so maybe we'll find one of them there now. We should talk to Vega and Monty again, too. I'm not exactly sure what else we can ask them, but we know they must be hiding something, right? Okay, I'll let you decide what we do first. How about this? If we ever aren't sure what to do next, we can come back here and talk it over. I have a feeling today's gonna be a busy day, so don't feel bad if you need to take a break for a little while. Okay, let's get moving. Let's get moving. All right. I think that's a good place to stop. Everything else, we'd be like mid an interrogation if we stop. So I think that's a good place. All right, so they say we've got 2 more days on the train, which probably means there's like 5 or 6 chapters. So we're about halfway through the game. It's a nice short length, especially for an indie mystery game. Alrighty, here we go. Switching over. Boop, there we go. Alrighty. Tomorrow. Let me check, because I changed my mind a few times while doing the schedule. Right, okay, so we are doing some Mario Kart training tomorrow. We'll see how long. If I could do a full stream playing Mario Kart. We might change to something else if I get bored. But I will see you guys tomorrow for some beep, 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 beep practice. Gotta prepare for the Christmas party whenever that happens. I need to put together like a poll or something so we can vote on what day we want to do that. So, I will put it on my to-do list and we shall figure it out. For now, let's see who we can raid. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Someone's playing Your Turn to Die. Beautiful. Cuphead! Beautiful. Let's see. Yeah, we followed Leon during one stream when she was collabing with Lulu, and we've never had a chance to raid her. So let's raid Leon. She is playing Cuphead, like Cuphead co-op. I love watching people play Cuphead. Cuphead is delightful. Okay. So here is a raid. Here's Discord. And here's merch. If you're feeling fanciful this Christmas season. Enjoyed. Take care. Thanks, Zon. Night Jambola. Alrighty. That is gonna be it for me for today. Thank you guys so much. Like I said earlier, it's nice when I'm like, should I stream? I'm kind of tired. And then you guys completely revitalize me and I'm like, this was a great decision. This is why I don't like skipping streams unless I absolutely can't help it. I just love it. I just love it so much. I love chatting with you guys and hanging out and stuff. Alrighty, enough being sappy. So, if it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. And if it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat a good food, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!